Nigeria is facing many challenges, but there is one man who is claiming something else.
Today, we can move freely at any time, day or night, from here to Kaduna, up to Kano, without anybody stopping you.
There is a lot of negative news about Nigeria. Stories of crime, violence, kidnapping often dominate the headlines. But is that the full picture? Is Nigeria as dangerous as it seems? Can you really travel safely across the entire country?
We can move freely at any time, day or night, without anybody stopping you.
That we are going to find out. Join us on an epic adventure to cross Nigeria, one of the most diverse and underappreciated countries in Africa. Let's begin our journey through Nigeria, the giant of Africa.
So after a lot of hustle, a lot of questions, a lot of checkpoints, here is the border with Nigeria. Woo!
Our journey starts at Nigerian western border and continues on the main road towards Lagos.
Oh, Nigeria!
And soon after the border crossing, it became obvious that wherever we go, we become the center of attention, and this would accompany us for the rest of our stay in Nigeria. The curiosity and the friendliness of Nigerian people, their constant chanting of support and never-ending stream of inquiring questions. It is less than 10 kilometers into the country, and we are already experiencing the hospitality, Nigerian style.
You're welcome to Nigeria. Has anybody around here in Nigeria?
Yeah, no, so far so good.
Free. Even in the night, you go free. Nobody's gonna stop you.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You're gonna please, if anybody official, nobody can stop you.
Okay.
You go anywhere, you move free.
Okay.
You got me? Miriam?
Eh?
I love that.
What's your name? Mariam. My name is Aisha. Aisha, yeah. Okay. Hi. My name is Mariam. How are you? Mariam. Oh, nice to meet you. Thank you. Mariam,
Laughter, excitement, emotions, hospitality and happiness rushes through every encounter we have. Still, the road to Lagos only begins, and we have a long way to go, navigating through the miles of crazy traffic. Despite appearance, the pedaling on the straight road does not feel monotonous, as there is always something going on, like roadside full of interesting businesses and people selling snacks and small gadgets.
Some crazy traffic in Nigeria.
Apart from the traffic, what keeps us busy is also the omnipresence of roadblocks, which we encounter every few kilometers.
Hello. Mariam Yaktabillah.
Eventually we figured that the only ones with the immigration were mandatory, and we only passed through the rest. Despite the sight of a lot of guns and sternly looking officers, we always find a common grounds and things to laugh about.
Yeah, good Nigeria, so far so good.
I was near too.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. It can be overwhelming, the traffic.
What about the weather?
From one checkpoint to another, the good vibe continued, with a small chit-chat and willingness coming from both sides. The stops were even enjoyable.
This is outskirts of Lagos.
Okay. So the traffic is
Yeah, the
kind of
traffic
crazy.
this is just outflow. The traffic will be kind of crazy because of people are close from work.
Okay.
So they are all returning back.
Although we are already in Greater Lagos, there are still 40 kilometers to reach the center, and time is running against us. As the traffic started to tense up, more and more people flooded the road, making the place even more chaotic. And this is still nothing compared to what is to come. Now we are slowly starting to understand the dialogue we had earlier.
Nigeria is lovely. You're welcome to Nigeria. Has anybody around here in Nigeria?
Yeah, no, so far
That's
so
go
good.
free. Even in the night, you go free. Nobody's gonna stop you.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You're gonna please and anybody official, nobody can stop you.
Okay.
You go anywhere, you move free. You got me? Miriam? I love that.
It is hard to overstate the importance of those words. Put it simply, the daytime in Nigeria is not like a night. In the daytime, Nigeria can be overwhelming, but in the night, it's a whole nother level, and we are not ready for that. And this brings me to the rule number 1 when traveling Nigeria. Don't travel in the night. Luckily, we found accommodation just before nightfall, but it was an eye-opening experience. In the morning, still shaken from the turmoil of last night, we started the day with traditional breakfast and some Moroccan treat. And for the breakfast, instant coffee with the milk powder and Nigerian sandwich bread. And for the dessert, it was hard to resist the local ice cream from the ice cream truck. Afterwards, we were ready to join the craziness of the roads again. And as we were arriving closer to the town, the traffic was getting busier. From what I could see, the Nigeria is certainly not a place to make living easily. From morning, people work hard, busy with commerce, delivering goods and plenty of hustling.
Mile 2 station. First electric train we see in Africa.
In fact, the traffic we encountered is only a remnant of what it used to be, curbed by introduction of electric train and mostly stopped of governmental petrol subsidies, making the petrol multiple times more expensive, deterring people from driving too much. It was strange to see so many people sleeping on a bridge.
This place is crazy.
Navigating through the traffic, we were slowly making progress towards the largest and busiest city in Africa.
Nigeria, so far crazy.
Only occasionally stopping for a snack, we felt that we are getting closer to the center.
Scrolling.
Cycling by the main road, we are feeling relatively safe. But in some areas, locals warn us to stay alert. We had already passed the satellite town and now we're deep in mainland, cycling towards one of the bridges that will take us across to Lagos Island, the heart of Africa's largest city. The presence of police and security forces were noticeable. Checkpoints officers and occasionally patrolling vehicle, and they were all helpful, giving us sense of security in this apparent chaos. As we are closer to the center, navigating roads becoming more and more complicated, and all of a sudden we are in some strange locations.
What's your name? I'm Mugua. And you? Jala.
Our GPS, he just gave up, suddenly sending us to wild detours, rerouting through tiny back alleys, straight to dead ends. And worse, into the crowd so thick that even pushing the bike was challenge. Before we knew it, we had inadvertently landed ourselves in a vibrant and chaotic Idumota market. We do not realize it, but by now we are lost, only following the chaos. Before arriving to Lagos, we had arranged to meet a friend, Edward, from a local cycling club. Getting in touch, he was surprised to learn that we are at the market, and promised to find us there. And while hopelessly waiting for Edward, we got approached by self-invited bodyguards.
Yeah, you cannot Thomas, I'm my friend. Yeah, in Nigeria. Thomas.
Thank you, appreciate it. My female.
What are you saying? What do you know about Lagos?
Tell us something about Nigeria.
Nigeria is a cool country. Nigeria is good.
And after a short while, Edward arrived, coming to our rescue. He also gave some small money to our bodyguards for protecting us, explaining that it's better to give them gift rather than risking people snatching something away. Culture here is different and we do not always understand it.
So we get some support in Lagos.
With the help of Edward, navigating through town was much easier.
Hello. How are you? Very good.
Giving us chance to more focus on our surroundings and enjoy the big town vibe. Edward also took us around to see some of the heritage sites.
Hold your camera as well, okay?
Like 150 years old Christ Cathedral and many more. And here we are, arriving by bicycle to one and only Lagos, the New York City of Africa. But Lagos is not just an ordinary big West African city, a market hub full of commerce, hustling and chaos on the streets. It's also packed with culture and entertainment, far from common, stand-up comedies, art galleries and so much more to discover. Experiencing some of the culture in Lagos felt amazing, and I was enjoying every moment of it. We also visited world-class art exhibitions with cultural significance, like the large display of Benin masks, named after city Benin in Nigeria, or masquerade figures tied to the history of Lagos and dating back to interaction with Portugal. Or some of the all-time classic, like Glendora Bookstore, focusing on African literature, serving for decades as intellectual hub. And once more, back to the chaotic streets of Lagos, but this time less stressful, without all the heavy luggage and all the equipment, following the vibe and enjoying the presence and the city's atmosphere. We also got invited into a local cycling club, where our host, Edward, was also a member. It was a great opportunity for us to meet many of the Nigeria elite cyclists.
So, arrived to the largest cycling club in all West Africa.
So Edward, nice place.
Yeah, it is.
For bike ride. You have the Sunday and Saturday, you have 2-3 hours of ride. Yeah.
Meeting so many great sportsmen is truly inspiring. Visiting the club is also an excellent chance to have our bike thoroughly checked and repaired. For me, it has been almost 9 months on the road, and the gear look respectively. Some of the moving parts like wheel bearings and bottom brackets are having hard time in the rainy and muddy conditions, and other parts like chain and cassettes are simply being worn down due to high mileage. Luckily, the guys at the store were real professionals and handled all repairs with ease. The bicycles were not the only item that suffered from the harsh conditions. Drone and camera equipment are also experiencing some challenges. We headed to a special place in Lagos called Computer Village, and as the name suggests, people here are selling and repairing all kinds of electronics.
You will make up a good price for us.
50,000.
Yeah.
25,000.
Okay, no problem. We'll fix it and then we will discuss the price.
First we tried to fix the drones and next went to the camera shop.
Welcome to Nigeria. Yeah, they have everything here. Everything. And it's cheap, not expensive.
Yes, okay, Japan, check the line.
Okay.
We are enjoying Lagos, but our time here is slowly ending. However, it is only beginning of our journey in Nigeria.
So Thomas, how is the experience?
So far it's nice. I would have to say it's very nice.
Being indulged in the comfort of our host, we are both getting restless,
Nigeria.
but also feel that the journey ahead of us won't be easy. For now, we still enjoy our last days in Lagos. I was lucky, and in the store I found a new replacement lens for my camera.
Maria.
Enchanté, Maria.
Thomas, tu veux français, là, qu'est-ce que moi, pas parler français, moi, anglais, monsieur.
Discussing possibilities, our host told us about the special place, a true hidden gem of Nigeria, located far north, deep in the country. In the location many consider unsafe. Its name is Yankari Game Reserve, with its thermal river and crystal clear water coming straight out of the sandstone. We got immediately fascinated, and it became our next goal, to cycle and visit Yankari and to see the hot springs. However, the road there won't be easy. What is awaiting for us is 1,500 kilometers through the interior of Nigeria, and we are planning to make the best of it. We are now preparing to leave the African megacity, which for the last 10 days we called home, just like another of its 21 million inhabitants. Impression the city left us with is not going to be forgotten easily. Unique, intense, chaotic and culture-rich is the atmosphere of Lagos.
Yeah.
Moi moi. This one is moi moi. This one is potato.
And I'm glad we had a chance to get it known up close. Now we are moving on, leaving the megacity behind. We both feel excited and also a little nervous about all the craziness ahead of us. After some rest, it always feels good to be back in the sun.
Leaving Lagos, but the air pollution is bad over here. Already have a headache.
We say goodbye to the coast as we pass through the Third Mainland Bridge, and from now on, the interior of Africa will be our home for next few months. Looking over the side of the bridge, I found myself yet again admiring the ingenuity of Nigerian people, seizing every opportunity for commerce. Now we are on the way to another large Nigerian city, Ibadan, where we plan to spend the night before continuing our journey north. Just like Lagos, Ibadan is a multi-million in population. Located in Oyo State, it is also a center of Yoruba culture. At the time of independence, in 1960, Ibadan was the largest and most populous city in Nigeria. Right now, it ranks third, after Lagos and Kano. Unlike other Yoruba cities, Ibadan is not governed by traditional monarchs, but by military, which is somehow associated with its reputation of being safe. Although as always we are the center of attention, but we also feel very safe. Despite traveling through a large and busy city, although we do not always know the local customs and rules, people usually behave nice and respectful to us. Yoruba culture is one of the most richest and influential cultures in West Africa. It also belongs to the largest ethnic groups in the country, mainly prevailing in the southeast of Nigeria.
Okay, it's good.
It's good?
Big part of Yoruba culture is its cuisine, which is arguably one of the spiciest on all of West Coast. Eating mainly outside, we were struggling with the spiciness of the food.
We are trying a jollof rice here in Nigeria, in the place called Ibadan. And yeah, let's see how does it taste. Very nice. So far, a little bit spicy, but so far very good.
We are trying many Nigerian dishes, mainly eating in the roadside eateries.
Nigerian food.
But also we are not shy to try something new.
Wow. So good, thank you.
Which always arouses excitement and a smile on people's faces.
Nigeria.
Although some of the food we did not dare to try, especially when we knew what it is, which was not always the case. In Ibadan, we continue to discover local cuisine, and it was just about to hit the peak, with a specialty only found here, and preparation unlike any other. Iconic amala, made from yam flour, is Ibadan's most famous dish and a cultural symbol. And we came just in time to see how it's made. And the things are just getting started. The traditional preparation of amala is impressive, and the proper technique takes a lot of experience. In addition, the strength of the ladies exhibited while making the swallow dish was admirable. But the soup is still a little spicy for my taste. Next day we are starting early at the sunrise, and we are cycling towards another one of the Nigerian 36 states. Here the population density is not so high like in the urban areas.
Nigeria, Osun State. Very beautiful out here.
And we enjoy the traffic-less roads and the nature. We have now entered the Osun State, another region rich in Yoruba heritage. It is home to one of the most spiritual significant sites for the Yoruba people. The sacred grove of Osun Osogbo. Our goal is to reach the sacred site, to complete our journey through the cultural heart of Yoruba land. As we now cycle on the remote and less frequent roads, it is important that there is security on the way, not just for us but for all the people.
Here we are stopped in this police to ask her where are you, where are you going? Sorry?
We are all safety personnel.
Okay.
We are all safety personnel. What we do is that we build safety of people on the road. We are for us just for safety of the masses.
And the road is safe here?
Yes.
Safe. No problem.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye then.
Thank you.
Luckily this road was safe, but we will learn that the road safety is not to be taken for granted. Now we reach the city of Osogbo and are excited to visit the sacred grove. Upon arrival, we immediately started to admire the intricate and detailed sculptures welcoming the visitors entering the sacred grove. The sculptures are made according to traditional Yoruba mythology and are embodying orishas, a Yoruba deities, such as Osun, a goddess of water, fertility and love. The sculptures have organic shape, merging human, animal and spirit forms, and are integrated into the natural forest, as the grove and nature is part of the spirituality. The grove stays spiritually active through daily worshipping, sacrifices and rituals. Important part of the rituals is Osun River, where the worshippers in white robes bow for the purification. Although some worshippers take it to another level. Osun Osogbo Sacred Grove is one of the last remnants of primeval high forest in southern Nigeria. It is also the last Yoruba sacred grove which did not suffer from urbanization. Popular is also annual festival, which in August brings tens of thousands worshippers and tourists. Now we are back in Osogbo town, where we want to prepare for the journey ahead. While we stopped to ask for directions, I saw a social barber place. Looking at the place, I could not resist. Social, down to earth, places like these are perfect to have a feeling that one is part of the society. And while waiting, Mariam also got a lot of attention. She is discussing possibilities and the road we are going to take. But the guys are a little uncertain about the way we are planning. Our plan is to avoid detour to the main road and rather take a shortcut through the backcountry roads, saving some time and energy. Yankari is still very far, and we are focused more on the intermediate goals, like crossing the river Niger and getting to the capital of Nigeria, Abuja. Now we have a rough plan of our road. We are crossing some less populated areas, making a shortcut to reach town Pateji, on the banks of river Niger. As we follow the road, it turns into the dirt track. Although the surrounding nature is beautiful, we are unaccustomed to see a region without people. On the way, we pass few remote villages, and people seems a little nervous. Atmosphere was a little tense as we continue on the dirt track. A strange sound of breaking branches caught my attention. 3 men suddenly jump out of the bush, with crackling sound of rifle shot in the air. Everything happened so fast, and we are surrounded. Which brings me to rule number 2, when traveling Nigeria. Learn about the road safety before the travel. At this point all seems lost, as we believe we are getting kidnapped. Once the situation is a little calmer, we dare to film again. They turn out to be a local vigilante group, taking role of protecting villagers from potential kidnappers. They have never seen a tourist in these parts and were very suspicious of us. It took us some tense moments before we clarified the situation. Eventually they called a police chief, which resolved the situation, deeming necessary to escort us for another 40 kilometers. Together we head to a police station, now in Kwara state. At the police station, we share our information and discuss the following steps.
Police to ask about the security, yeah, and it's good, secure.
We are very safe.
Okay.
In this location.
Okay, thank you.
The police were sorry about what happened, but it was a relief not to meet real criminals.
Yeah, it was.
Here the security situation is much better, and we are free to continue on our own.
Safe journey.
Thank you.
As we reach deeper into the interior, the Yoruba culture, which we experience in southern parts, is slowly giving way to the larger diversity of cultures, especially cultures influenced by Islam. Historically, it is due to the presence of Sokoto Caliphate, which the capital of Kwara state, Ilorin, was subjected to. Continue cycling, we notice that the region has larger concentration of cattle. Often we see large flocks moving by the roadside, going for the next grazing areas. Cattle herding is central to one of the major ethnic groups in Nigeria, Fulani. Fulani are traditionally nomadic or semi-nomadic, with the cattle herding as their primary occupation. Cycling through a Fulani village, our curiosity makes us to stop and admire their customs, which are different from what we experience so far in Nigeria. People here are more shy and restrained. It is due cultural values of Fulani people. Cultural code named Pulaku, emphasizing values like patience, self-control, discipline, modesty and respect. We also had a chance to eat a popular Fulani dish, fermented sour milk called nono, which first need to be homogenized by rotating simple wooden whisk. Next, a millet bowl called fura is added and mixed together. The resulting mix is both filling and refreshing. That's why the dish is widely enjoyed across northern Nigeria. Saying goodbye to the people at the village, we continue our way towards town Pateji and the river Niger. The landscape we cycle through is in contrast to the urban areas we saw around Lagos. Here the main activity is not commerce and small businesses, but farming, where growing crops is the primary occupation. We also begin to see simple and often temporary settlements, made of straw and clay. Some of these belongs to the Fulani herdsmen we had encountered earlier. Simple and portable dwellings are needed for their nomadic lifestyle. We were soon to reach Pateji and the point of crossing of Niger River.
Kwara State.
Pateji local government.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. And in the Pateji there is a ferry.
Yeah.
You want to cross?
This road follow to ferry. After ferry, we have to cross and
Okay.
after you cross, we are going to Bida.
Bida,
After
yes.
Bida, you are followed to Mina.
Okay.
After Mina, we are followed to Lambata to.
Okay, and the road is good?
Encouraged, we continue. The man had confirmed that it is possible to cross at Pateji. And now our eyes are fixed at the largest river in West Africa, Niger.
So let's hope there will be some kind of canoes since it is a raining season. the water is high and the ferry doesn't operate, but yeah, let's see.
And after some time cycling on the dirt track, we reached the docking location. Arriving just on time to catch a large pirogue, we joined the people on board. In no time, the boat was filled with motorcycles, cargo and passengers. Now it is the end of the September, meaning the rainy season in central Nigeria is almost over. However, the water level is still relatively high. Therefore, the boat must follow one of the tributaries and disembark upstream.
Yeah, good afternoon. We are at the bank of River Niger, trying to cross to link up with Niger State, and you're here. We're going to spend 2 to 3 hours on the river before we're able to get to the next point. Now it's relatively safe, and we're taking precautionary measures to ensure safety of every occupant of the engine boat. Because it is safe, as you can see, we're on life jacket in the event of eventuality, for which we did not pray for. But basically, here is safe now, and the water is not as much as it was weeks back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's move.
I was dreaming to once sail on Niger River. With its length of 4,000 kilometers, it is the third longest river in Africa. Unusual is its source, starting only 200 kilometers from the Atlantic Ocean, but flowing inland. This oddity confused explorers for decades, just like famous explorer Mango Park, who was one of the first to map the course of Niger River and wrote a vivid description in the book Travels in the Interior District of Africa, which inspired generations of explorers. The time we spent on the river was longer than expected, and with the temperatures reaching 48 degrees, people are getting more and more irritated, yelling at the captain. We were now following the bank, in search of suitable landing place.
So we arrived to the destination, which ended up to be a field.
Everyone seems to be confused. Then another boat suddenly appears, informing us about suitable port. After almost 4 hours on the river, suffering scorching heat, we found a suitable docking location and were ready to disembark. Disembarking went quickly and without much turmoil. People scattering in every direction. The boat departs, leaving us on this unique landscape, where people's lives are tied to the river. The land by the river is fertile and irrigated, making it suitable for farming and grazing. Even the river islands are temporarily inhabited and used as a grazing lands. We landed in Niger State, and our next destination lies few hundred kilometers ahead of us, the capital of Nigeria, Abuja.
Swimming in the Niger River.
After cooling down in Niger River, we are following dirt path, which soon turns into the asphalt road. In general, compared to other countries on West Coast, Nigeria has largest network of paved roads. Even the remote, lesser used roads are often paved, greatly improving the standard of living of local population. The ease of accessibility boasts commerce and facilitates services, like healthcare and education, therefore is a key for development. The landscape we are crossing is unique and directly influenced by the river. We are witnessing people walking up to their waist in the water, and many houses are sadly claimed by the river. But even the harsh conditions won't take the friendliness away from the Nigerian people. We were admiring some of the local craftsmen, like the traditional blacksmith using bellows to force the air, something nowadays seen only in museums. While I took the opportunity to discuss the road ahead of us, all the children from the village curiously surrounded us. It is amazing to see so many smiling faces, people filled with laughter and friendly atmosphere. Some of the towns or villages possess a certain charm of social happiness and harmony.
Hello, thank you. Thank you. Good.
We are now on the main road to Abuja. However, we are unexpectedly meeting with heavy traffic when no one knows the reason for the never-ending traffic jam.
So for last 10 kilometers there have been a queue of these trucks. I tried to ask some locals what's going on, but they presume there is some kind of fuel shortage or there have been an accident on the road. We saw quite a lot of accidents, but the road is very wide, so it probably won't be just single cause. Someone told me that it's also because of the fuel. The fuel shortage.
And here, the first part of our journey through Nigeria ends. We still have a long way to go before reaching Yankari and eventually the border with Cameroon.
Asimali ne wa etata al yamini bone wa etata al masrigi